What's going on, everyone? This is Devin here. I want to try to do my very first kind of a unboxing video here. This is supposed to be the King 4000 grit Whetstone. It's the smaller size. I believe it would be the F as in Fox F3. And I don't think, so in the last video we looked at a King stone whose grit was undetermined because I don't have the original packaging or anything like that. I believe it to be the 4000 grit stone. So while I was kind of disappointed that it was not, it's most likely not the 8K, at least now, yeah, so it is the F3. At least now, I have the, verifiably I have the King F3 4000 grit Whetstone here. Trying to get the glare off of there so you can see that it is in fact a 4000 grit stone. The box looks a little old. Let me zoom in real quick here. So the box looks a little old, like it's got some shelfware in it. It did ship from Japan, I believe. There's a little tape right here. Who knows how long this thing was sitting around in Japan. Let's have a look here. Very nice. Very nice. It's got a smaller plastic base. Purple ink. It looks kind of brown on video, but it's actually purple. All right. So what I don't know about this stone is whether or not it's more like the 6000 grit stone that I have that I don't particularly care for. To be fair, not really that crazy about the 6000 grit stone. Okay. Or is this more like the 3K and the stone that was gifted to me, which is what I believe to be yet another 4000 grit stone? Or is this something different yet again? So let's go ahead and get this thing wet and see what we have. All right, through the miracle of editing, we have this here upstairs. I'm going to try to sneak a razor out here and see what this thing is like. I'm going to rinse it real quick. So I'm rinsing it here. I'm trying to see if any of these speckly spots come up on it. It just doesn't look like the other stone. Well, it's right here, in fact. It's very close in tone to this stone, the one that was gifted to me. It's close. But without lapping it, I just want to see very quickly what it feels like. I hate it that I'm going to lose these stamps. So just side by side here, just very quickly. So just the sensation under the blade. So this is a super silky sensation on the one that was gifted to me. Very, very nice sensation. And this is a quite similar sensation. It's not identical, but it's very, very similar. I can see that it's taken some steel off right away. This was already pretty much taken up as far as the gift stone. As far as I could go with it, this kind of feels like the same stone. It's got different speckling here than the other one for sure. But if I were blindfolded, I would say that was the same stone, you know, if I didn't really know any better, right? So this does not feel like the 6000 grit stone that I have, the large S1. This is not, this is not that. This is a really, really nice feeling stone. I really just cannot adequately express how much I like this stone as far as just the out of the box feel. It's probably not going to look like this razor has touched a miracle stone under magnification, but this sure is nice to hone on. No two ways about it. So this stone was $28 after tax off Amazon.com. I don't know how many more of these stones are available. There is another 4,000 grit stone. I don't recall the designation of the stone yet. It was like $22 off Amazon. It has slightly different lettering on it, logo or whatever you want to call it, but and the dimensions may be slightly different, but it's probably some kind of old production stone that they don't make anymore as well. Although if you go, there's a certain Japanese website that still shows this stone with this box. So I believe this to be a current production stone even still, but don't quote me on that. They make a full-size F1 4,000 grit stone that I only seem to be able to locate in Japan. And it's a fairly expensive stone. It's about $60 plus tax, and if there's any import surcharge on it or something like that, that's going to bump the price up even more. What I don't understand is that this stone right here, the 3,000 grit stone, is also called the F1. So it's like they have a 4,000 grit F1. They seem to have a 3,000 grit F1. In fact, this is the box that the 3K came out of. And you can see model number F-1. So I don't know how that happened, how they have a 3K and a 4K with essentially the same prefix. But it is what it is. I've never found an F-3 that is a 3,000 grit stone, to be clear. Only the full-size stone that's the only one that I've seen where they share the same designation but are yet two different grits. So that's a wrap on the video. It's not my intent to come up with any kind of conclusive presentation or assessment here. This is just a quick unboxing, getting a quick read on how this stone feels. By far, it feels the most similar to this stone out of all the other ones. I believe this really just kind of solidifies this in my mind as being the full size 4,000 grit stone, 100%. That's what I believe it is. I do not have any reason to think that that's the 8,000 grit stone. I wasn't really trying to get duplicate 4Ks, but that's where we landed. So all I can really do is just enjoy it, just appreciate it, just to appreciate what I've got here and go from there. I always appreciate it whenever you guys stop by, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.